So also in that episode, we had another miracle happen, right?
Yes.
Why don't we take a look at that clip, and then we're going to bring Heather in. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I wasn't on the set I wasn't here when any of this happened.
That was when Carl and Randy were shooting from my car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll bring Heather in and see what happened for her as well. Let's look at the clip first.
Get in the back seat.
Why?
I don't want you anywhere near the controls.
So now what?
You need to ground. Close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths.
What are you going to do to me?
Just shut up and breathe.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, you can. Tell your conscious mind to get in the front seat. Good. Keep breathing. Stay relaxed. Now, the beings from the 17th dimension, they call themselves Adironda. They would like to make a divine link with you.
Ah, so it is good day to you, huh?
Wow. So, what you may not know and what you didn't see in that clip is that really was Adironda. And Adironda continued to deliver Heather. Oh, by the way, this is Heather Peterson.
Heather.
She's the actor that played that role of Alexis. And she's going to tell you the story in a moment. But what you didn't see was that Adironda continued to give her a session.
Really short, but yeah.
Do you remember any of this?
You know, I just remember thinking when all of a sudden I was going through the process as we were acting, it's like, oh, wait. And there they were, and it's like, wait. I'm sitting back in the background saying, wait, you're supposed to cut there. And they're like, we're talking to her. They were not paying any attention to me.
And so what we should explain here, if people had never seen you or the clip or anything, is that Marilyn is a channel for Adironda and the Council of Light, but she's also a trans channel, which means that when they come through, she's gone. Like, she doesn't usually remember what they say. And so what's really interesting about this was Randy is witnessing it because he knows, you know, we're around Adironda all the time. We know when Adironda's present.
Uh-huh.
So what was your experience, Randy?
Well, I mean, nobody was thinking Adironda was going to come in, and I was sitting there holding the microphone going, they're coming in. They're coming in. I don't know. And, you know, and Marilyn's like fighting it. And I saw the process, and all of a sudden, it is good day to you means they are there front and center. And then Carl's like, great, cut. And then Adironda looked at Heather and just started talking, and Carl and I were like, And
what do?
I don't remember what was said, and I know you don't remember. Do you remember what?
I don't remember exactly,
Yeah.
but I do remember that they said, or
Yeah, they're there.
that things were going to get better.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the clip.
Ah, so it is good day to you, huh? We are here again. Good day to you, good day to you, good day to you. And the helicopter is gone, eh?
Yes, the helicopter's gone.
Understand that in this radiant light that you are coming into, that your life is going to change from this point forward. And is yours. Well, you are used to the changes that are coming through. But understand that in that frequency, the energy that is the storm, the chaos that has been with you for the last, we do not know, 8 months, 10 months, maybe longer, is smoothing out in this next month. Huh? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great.
Ah, yes. Ah, dearest, we love you so much. It is good. Good for you, huh?
Thank you.
We bid you namaste. I'm sitting back in the background and saying, be quiet back there.
We've got people in the studio.
And so, Anne, like, has
So-
things changed for you since that happened?
Is it all right if I go back a little bit so I can
Absolutely,
tell you
yeah.
leading up to this? So first I want to say that almost a year ago, or pretty close to in October, I was starting to listen to channels. Like, I'm a very spiritual person and a seeker. And I didn't know that many, many years ago, like 1999, was my first real spiritual awakening, which was I was in an airport moving to Branson, and I found this book. I was like, just what book? And I picked up this book, and it was Conversations with God, which really changed my life. I didn't understand until this week, talking to a friend, that was a channel. Like, I didn't understand, and it just all comes together. But anyway, so I had been listening, and I've been going through a lot. I have an eye disease that Western medicine has told me, sorry, there's nothing we can do for you. You're going to lose your eyesight. And, I've been refusing to accept that. But it sent me into a tailspin. What it actually did was bring me to AA. So, I've spent a lot of years hiding behind, masking behind, using, and alcohol. And I knew when I was having trouble quitting drinking for my own health that I had to do something. So I had one of those things, like they often say, like something that really gets you in there, and it did. I had a rough night, and that was it for me. So when I got the call from Maryland to do this, I was like in my second week of sobriety.
Really?
And it was one of those miracle things. Because first I was like, who is this woman?
Yeah. That's
Who's
what most people
calling
say.
me? And
Yeah.
listen, I might be a skeptic, so in certain ways, like so she was asking me to do this, and I'm like, I call my best friend, and I'm like, this is happening, like, what? Should I do this thing? I'm like, really, I've done a lot of acting in my life, but almost nothing on camera. I wasn't in my best form. And so I said, yes, I'll do this. And as Marilyn knows, it was a rough morning. I was rushing around trying to get there. I left my makeup, which is, for a girl on camera, not the best thing.
That's a big deal.
I don't see well, so I had to speak to text, and I was trying to say I'm getting there. And later, when I looked at the text, like, what it heard from me sounded, I had sent a message to Marilyn. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds not like nothing I said. It sounded rude, or I was having a rough day, and but I came anyway. I showed up, and so sitting in the back seat of that car, when Adironda came in, did I say that right? Adironda.
So you can't make this stuff up.
I know. Yeah.
When they came in, it was like a shift of energy, and I felt like tears coming. I felt it, and I received it, and since then, I'm 111 days sober today.
Congratulations.
And I'm seeing that, there's a lot more hope than I've ever had. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm doing yoga at 6:30 in the morning. I'm creating better, daily habits and structure for my child, and my relationships are improving. It's a journey, and it's not to say that every day's been great, because it's been tough, but like today, I just woke up with so much gratitude. I have so much more gratitude. And
That's what we teach.
I know.
Yeah.
You see, there was a reason.
Yeah.
There was a reason.
I mean, my favorite saying in the whole world is gratitude is the abracadabra of the universe.
Hearing that story, unbeknownst to me, didn't know that whole backstory, didn't know any of that. When I saw you on stage in a show at the Branson Arts Council show, I said, that woman is going to play Alexis. Even though you don't look anything like the real Alexis, even though coming in, it was completely, I just heard very clearly, she needs to play Alexis. And it took a lot of hunting you down to find out what your name was, all that, and how to get in contact with you.
And the funny thing about it is, Heather and I have known each other kind of in
Certain circles.
certain circles, yeah, for years. So when she came in, it's like,
We
you
both
look
recognized
really
each other.
familiar.
Yeah.
And she said the same thing to me, and then we were in the parking lot, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
And then
right.
we reconnected. So yeah, there's another connection there.
Yeah.
Which
Wow.
is great.
Yeah.
Now you've stepped into your power. You're singing in Springfield and different.
Jobs keep coming. As a matter of fact, I got a call from a friend in Springfield a couple of days ago saying there's a private gig coming up. She books bands and things for different events, and she said there's several other bands who put a bid in. I just wanted to let you know, like they're looking for a jazz band, and that's what I do. I mean, that's one of my favorite music things to do, and so I called a friend and said, I don't even know how to charge for this. And as it turns out, it was, he's like, this is how you do it. And I put my bid in. It was higher than everyone else's. And I said, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't. And she called back and said, they want you. And so, I'm also starting to picked up another once a month gig with the Stardust. They're doing a big band thing once a month or twice a month now. And they've asked me to sing once a month. So it's, I'm doing my best to be just open to receive and surrender. I'm trying
And
not
it's
to cry.
working.
Everything is possible. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
We
you.
need a singer every Sunday for spiritual happy
Yes,
hour.
we do. Yes, we do.
Hey,
Guess what?
I might be your girl.
That
We
is
know each other, so that's even better. So.
that is just such an amazing story. I mean, and we didn't rehearse any of this. We just sat on the set here and we
Yeah.
decided to wing it and see what happened. I didn't know any of that. You guys didn't know.
I
any
didn't
of
know
that.
part of that.
That's just so
That's the whole
amazing.
backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that explains a lot.
Yeah. And I was playing a drunk. When you saw me, that was a very interesting thing to go through. Like, that was all very cathartic. It was, like all of this happening. I mean, I don't believe in accidents. And there's been so many synchronicities in my life, especially since then.
Wow.
Since I gave my power over.
2 miracles in one show.
Yeah.
How much better does it get?
How does it get better than this?
Let's find out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, Alexis will be seen again on Two Girls in a Galaxy. She's got several different roles that she's going to that you'll get the opportunity to play. For
That's
sure.
really exciting.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, and I didn't get a chance to thank Sherry as well for being on the show tonight. As themselves, not as the actors that
Right.
they played. And thank you for taking a moment to allow us to share with you what is happening as we do this program. I mean, Adironda told us a long time ago that we needed to tell the story, and we tried to write the book for 13 years.
Yeah.
And it never went anywhere. And then we told Carl a few episodes, and he's like, this is a TV show. And here we
Yeah.
are. So
And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for feeling me or getting me in this space. I really appreciate it.
It's it's our honor. It's our
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for showing up and
Nailing it.
nailing
You
it.
nailed the
Absolutely.
part.
Just like Sherry did. It was like so amazing, those things that happened.
here you go. This is the symbol of Adironda.
Oh my gosh.
You wear it on your heart, and what it means is, you see how the heart has no sharp edges?
Yes.
So that's Adironda telling you to take the sharp edges off of love and to remember that it's smooth. Do you see the rays?
Yes.
That's the 17 rays, because Adironda comes from the 17th dimension. The little split on the ray is to remind you that there's duality.
That you and your higher self are always connected at your heart.
Thank you so
And
much.
it's silver and shining to remind you that the world is a reflection of you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. This means a lot to me.
You are
deserve it.
welcome.
Thank
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate it. This is really embarrassing.
She cries all the time.
Absolutely. Nobody cries alone around me.
Like when Adironda leaves and Marilyn comes back, it's like,
I'm always crying.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
so
it's
much.
amazing.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Well, and thank you. And we will hopefully. Oh, we actually have more miracles to share with you. So watch for these specials down the road.
yes.
Ready? All together now?
Namaste, y'all.
Stay.